Question number 10. The measure of the angles of a triangle are in arithmetic progression, that is AP, and the greatest angle is 5 times the smallest, least angle. Find the angles in degree and radian. Now arithmetic progression is the one in which the difference between two successive numbers is constant. So for example, x, y and z are in arithmetic progression in increasing order, then y minus x must be equal to z minus y. Say for example 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. See, the difference everywhere is 2, constant. Such a sequence is known as, or progression is known as arithmetic progression. Now, if we have to consider 3 numbers in arithmetic progression, then we consider the 3 numbers to be a minus d, a and a plus d. So now, let the 3 angles in arithmetic progression be theta 1 equal to a minus d, theta 2 equal to a, and theta 3 equal to a plus d. Now take a difference between any two. Theta 2 minus theta 1 is d, and theta 3 minus theta 2 is also d. So yes, they are in arithmetic progression. Now let us use the given condition. The greatest is 5 times the smallest. Now greatest is theta 3, that is 5 times the smallest, that is theta 1. Let us substitute their values. So we get a plus d is equal to 5 times a minus d. Therefore we get a plus d equal to, now multiply inside by 5, 5a minus 5d. Simplify the things and we get shift minus 5d to left hand side, it will turn plus 5d. 5d plus already 1d is there on the left hand side, so we get 6d. Now shift this a to right hand side, it will turn minus 5a minus a, that is equal to 4a. Let this be equation number 1. Now let us use the second condition for a triangle. Sum of angles in a triangle equal to 180 degree. Therefore theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 equal to 180 degree. Let us substitute the values of theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3. So a minus d plus a plus d is equal to 180 degree. This minus d plus d got cancelled. A plus a, we get 3a is equal to 180 degree. Now shift that 3 to the right hand side. It will go to the denominator of 180 degree, and so we get a equal to 180 upon 3 degree. 3 6 18, and so we get a equal to 60 degree. Let us substitute this a in equation number 1. Equation number 1 is 6d equal to 4a. Therefore we get d equal to 4 upon 6 into a, but just now we have calculated a to be 60 degree. So 4 upon 6 into 60 degree, 6 10 the 60, 10 into 4, 40 degree, and so we got the value of d also, d equal to 40 degree. Now since we have got a and d, we can easily calculate the values of theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3. So let us find the value of theta 1 first. Theta 1 is equal to a minus d, that is equal to the value of a. The value of a is 60 degree. 60 degree minus 40 degree, and so we got theta 1 in terms of degree, 60 minus 40 equal to 20 degree. Let us convert this into radian now. Therefore theta 1 equal to 20 into pi upon 180 radian. 2 get 0 got cancelled, 2 9s 18, and so theta 1 in terms of radian measure is pi upon 9 radian. So these are the values of first angle. Now let us find theta 2. Therefore theta 2 is equal to, theta 2 is a, that is equal to, now what is the value of a? A is 60 degree. So this is the value of theta 2, 60 degree, and we know that 60 degree in radian is pi by 3 radian. Now please verify this by multiplying 60 degree with pi by 180. And now let us find the last angle. Theta 3 is equal to a plus d, that is equal to 60 degree plus d 40 degree, that is equal to 100 degree. So we got theta 3 in terms of degree, 100 degree. Let us find theta 3 in terms of radian now. 100 degree multiplied by pi by 180. 0 got cancelled. 2 5 the 10, 2 9s 18, and therefore we got theta 3 is equal to 5 pi by 9 radian. So these are the values of theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3. That is the three angles in a triangle. This is a full screen view of the entire sum. So you can pause and go through all the steps in one go. Question number 11. In a cyclic quadrilateral, two adjacent angles are 40 degree and pi by 3 radian. Find the angles of the quadrilateral in degree. Now what is the cyclic quadrilateral? Now see this. Quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral, and in a cyclic quadrilateral the opposite angles are supplementary. That is, the sum of opposite angles is equal to 180 degree. Now here the opposite angles are AC. Therefore measure of angle A plus measure of angle C is equal to 180 degree, and measure of angle B plus measure of angle D equal to 180 degree. Now it is given that two adjacent angles are 40 degree and pi by 3 radian. Now let us consider two adjacent angles to be A and D. So it is given that measure of angle A is equal to 40 degree and measure of angle D is equal to pi by 3 radian. Let us convert this pi by 3 radian into degree. So we have to multiply it by 180 by pi. Pi got cancelled. 3 6 18. So that is equal to 60 degree. Now let us mark this as equation number 1 and equation number 2. So let us substitute the values in these equations to find the remaining angles. Equation number 1. Measure of angle A plus measure of angle C equal to 180 degree. Now we know measure of angle A equal to 40 degree plus angle C equal to 180 degree. Shift this 40 degree to right hand side, so it will turn negative. So measure of angle C equal to 180 degree minus 40 degree, that is equal to 140 degree. So this is the measure of angle C in terms of degree measure. Now let us find the remaining angle. From equation number 2 we get measure of angle B plus measure of angle D equal to 180 degree, but measure of angle D we have calculated that to be 60 degree. Substitute over here, shift it to right hand side, so 180 degree minus 60 degree is equal to 120 degree. This is measure of angle B. So we have calculated the remaining angles as measure of angle C equal to 140 degree and measure of angle B equal to 120 degree. Full screen view. Question number 12. One angle of a quadrilateral has measure 2 pi by 5 radian and the measure of the other three angles are in the ratio 2:3:4. Find their measures in degree and radian. Let us consider the angles of a quadrilateral to be 2x:3x:4x. Since the three angles are in the ratio 2:3:4, let us consider the three angles to be theta 1 equal to 2x, theta 2 equal to 3x and theta 3 equal to 4x, and the last fourth angle is given in radian measure as 2 pi by 5 radian. Let us convert this angle into degree measure by multiplying it with 180 by pi. Pi got cancelled. Divide by 5. 5 3 is 15. Remainder 3. 5 6 is 30. 5 6 is 30. So 36 into 2 is equal to 72 degree is the fourth angle. Now let us use the property of a quadrilateral. Sum of angles in a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. Therefore now substituting the values we can write first angle 2x, second angle 3x, third angle 4x and the fourth angle 72 degree is equal to 360 degree. Now 2x plus 3x 5x, 5x plus 4x 9x, that is equal to 360 degree minus 72 degree, so that is equal to 288 degree. Therefore now shift the 9 to right hand side, and so we get the value of x is equal to 288 degree divided by 9, and therefore the value of x we get is 9 3s are 27, 28 minus 27 1, 9 2s are 18, so x equal to 32 degree. Now let us find the three angles. Theta 1 is equal to 2x, that is equal to 2 into 32. that is equal to 64 degree. So this we got theta 1 in terms of degree radian. Theta 1 equal to 64 degree. Now let us calculate theta 1 in terms of radian measure. Therefore we get theta 1 is equal to 64 into pi by 180 radian. Let us divide by 4. 16 for the 64 and here 4 for the 16, 18 minus 16 2, 4 5 the 20, and so we get theta 1 as 16 pi by 45 radian. So these are the values of theta 1 in terms of degree measure and radian measure. Let us now find the second angle, which is 3x. Therefore theta 2 equal to 3x, that is equal to 3 into the value of x, 32 degree, that is equal to 3 to the 6 and 3 3 the 9, that is 96 degree. So this is the value of theta 2 in terms of degree measure. Let us convert this into radian. Therefore we get theta 2 equal to 96 into pi by 180 radian. We can divide it by 12. 12 8s are 96. Now over here 12 1s are 18 minus 12 6, 12 5 the 60, and so the value of theta 2 in terms of radian measure is 8 pi divided by 15 radian. Let us now find the value of theta 3. What is theta 3? Theta 3 equal to 4x. So theta 3 is equal to 4x, that is equal to 4 into. Now can we write this as, let's make it simpler. So let us write this as 2 into 2x. Now 2x is theta 1. See, have a look at theta 1. Theta 1 is 2x, which is 64 degree. So that is equal to 2 into 64. That is equal to 128 degree in terms of degree. Now why I did so? In order to make it simple, to convert this into radian measure. See how I am going to convert this now. Theta 3 equal to 4x. That is equal to 2 into 2x. 2x is theta 1. So I will write that 2 equal to theta 1. Theta 1 is 16 pi by 45. So we can write that directly as 16 2s are 32 pi by 45 radian. So to avoid the multiplication by pi by 180 I did so. I will explain it one more time. Theta 1 is 2x here. Theta 1 is 2x and theta 3 is 4x. So I had written this 4x as 2 into 2x. Now 2x is theta 1, which is 64 degree. 64 into 2, 128 degree. Now in case of radian calculations, again theta 3 equal to 4x, which is 2 into 2x. 2x is theta 1. Theta 1 in radian is 16 pi by 45. So I had written it here 2x, 16 pi by 45, 16 to the 32, and so we directly got the value as 32 pi by 45 radian. Whenever possible, you should always try to go by such tricks in order to avoid the lengthy calculations. Let's go through a full screen view here. Find a degree and radian measure of exterior and interior angle of a regular pentagon. Now first I will explain you how to calculate the interior and exterior angle, and then we'll go for the geometrical figures like pentagon, hexagon, septagon and octagon. Okay, as it is clear from the diagram, interior angle is marked by red color. This is the interior angle, and the exterior angle is marked by blue color. These are exterior angles. The formula for exterior angle is 360 degree divided by number of sides of the polygon. For pentagon, number of sides equal to 5, n equal to 5, and therefore for pentagon we get exterior angle is equal to 360 degree divided by 5, that is equal to 5 7s are 35, 36 minus 35 1, 5 2s are 10, 72 degree is the exterior angle for pentagon. Now we will try to convert this angle into radian measure because we have to find it in both the measures. So this is equal to 72 into pi by 180. So 9 2s are 18 and 9 8s are. Then again we can divide it by 4. 4 2s are 8. 4 5s are 20. So 2 pi by 5 exterior angle. I will write it here only. So 2 pi by 5 radian. So these are the interior angle and exterior angles. Exterior angles in degree measure and radian measure. Now we will find the interior angle. Now have a look at the diagram. Everywhere you will find that interior angle and exterior angle form a linear angle. See this, they form a linear angle. So we can write that exterior angle plus interior angle equal to 180 degree. Therefore interior plus exterior 180 degree. Now we have exterior angle 72, shift it to right hand side, it will turn negative, and so we get interior angle for pentagon equal to 180 minus 72, that is equal to 108 degree. Let us now convert this into radian measure. 108 into pi by 180. Let us divide it by 9 first. 9 ones are remainder 1, 9 2s are 18, 9 2s are 18, 20. Now we can divide it further by 4, 3 are 12, and 4 5 are 20. So this is 3 pi by 5 radian. Interior angle in terms of radian measures for a pentagon. For hexagon, number of sides n equal to 6. Therefore, exterior angle equal to 360 degree divided by 6, that is equal to 60 degree. Now here we can have one more method to find the angle in terms of radian. Let us write 360 degree as 2 pi radian, one rotation angle, upon 6. 2 3 are 6, so that is equal to pi by 3 radian. So instead of first finding in degree and then converting into radian, we can go by this method also. Now let us find the interior angle. Sum of exterior angle and interior angle equal to 180 degree. So exterior angle plus interior angle equal to 180 degree. Shift this exterior angle to right hand side, it will be turned into negative number. So exterior angle equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree. 180 degree minus 60 degree equal to 120 degree. So this is the interior angle for hexagon in terms of degree radian. Let us convert this into degree measure. Let us convert this into radian measure. We can write 120 degree as 2 into 60 degree, and we have found 60 degree over here, pi by 3 radian. So this is equal to 2 into 60, that is pi by 3 radian. So these are the values of interior angle in terms of radian measure and in terms of degree measure as 120 degree. Next is septagon. Number of sides n equal to 7. Therefore exterior angle is equal to 360 degree upon 7. You can keep it as it is, no problem, you will get full marks. But if you want, can convert into fractions. Divide 360 degree by 7. So that is equal to 51.43 degree. Let us convert this into radian. Write 360 degree as 2 pi. So this 360 equal to 2 pi by 7. So in radian measure it is 2 pi by 7 radian. Let us find the interior angle now. The sum of 2 is equal to 180 degree, exterior plus interior. So interior angle equal to 180 minus exterior, that is 360 upon 7. Denominator is 7, so multiply 180 by, multiply and divide 180 degree by 7. So 180 degree into 7 minus 360 degree upon 7. 180 degree into 7 is 1260, 1260 degree minus 360 equal to 900. So interior angle is 900 upon 7 degree. Keep it as it is, or you can divide it by 7 to get it into fractional. Now let us convert this into radian. 900 upon 7 into pi by 180 radian. 0 0 got cancelled. 18 5 are 90. So 5 pi by 7 for septagon. For octagon, number of sides equal to 8. Therefore exterior angle is equal to 360 degree upon 8, that is equal to 45 degree. Convert 45 to radian, you will get pi by 4 radian. So 45 degree and pi by 4 radian are the measures of exterior angle in degree as well as radian measure. Now exterior angle plus interior angle equal to 180 degree. Shift exterior angle to right hand side, so it will subtract from 180 degree. So 180 minus 45 equal to 135 degree. So this is the interior angle in degree measure. Convert this into radian by multiplying it by pi by 180. So we get that is equal to 3 pi by 4 radian. So these are the values of exterior angle and interior angle for octagon.